Hello people, welcome to Night Out Notes. In previous video, we understood the basic ER models where we learnt about entities, attributes, relationships, cardinality and how to draw those ER diagrams, right? But in real world applications like Amazon, Instagram, the basic model is sometimes not enough to represent complex situations. To solve those problems, we use this extended ER model which is also called as enhanced ER model too. We do have three important topics in this extended ER model like generalization, specialization and aggregation. Now let's start with generalization. Generalization is a process of combining two or more similar entities into one general entity. Like for example, let's consider an example like we are having car, bike and truck. Those three are different entities, right? But we observe carefully, all of them having a similar properties. Instead of writing the common properties again and again, for every entity, we combine them and create some common entity called vehicle. All this comes under a vehicle criteria only, right? Like car is a vehicle, bike is a vehicle and a truck is also a vehicle. So we combine all these and create a generalized name called vehicle. And next, it extracts the common feature. It extracts meant by identifies. It identifies the common features of low-level entities and creates one high-level entity. Here, low-level entities are nothing but when it comes to car, we do have some attributes like brand, color, price, and where it comes to bike and truck also, we do have some attributes like brand, color, and price. So we combine all those individual attributes and move them into a high-level entity called vehicle. So this is what I meant to be said. It follows bottom-up approach, like all these cars, and next it went to vehicle, like it going from down to up, right? So bottom-up approach. And specific to general and create a superclass. Here car is a specific type of vehicle, bike is also a specific type of vehicle, and the truck is also a specific type of vehicle, right? So after combining all them, we get a general entity called vehicle. This is called the higher level entity, and which is the higher level entity is also known as the superclass. Let's understand this using an example. I have said already, right, a car, bike and truck. I have took the same example here and I have drawn all these rectangles because it's an entity and all these are attributes to this. If each and every entity which are related are also having the same attributes, like car is also having price, color, brand, and bike, brand, color, price, and truck, price, color, brand. All these entities do have similar kind of attributes. So we are combining all this and creating a generalized name called vehicle. Here ISA triangle is nothing but is a triangle. Is A. Like car is a vehicle, bike is a vehicle, truck is a vehicle, like that. It is going from bottom to top. Like all these specific individual things will go into general individual things. Like so that we are considering it as bottom up approach. And next. So whenever we combine similar entities into a high level entity, it is called as generalization. Similar entities is combining into a general entity. Next, specialization. We can say this specialization is completely opposite to the generalization. Specialization is a process of dividing one generalized entity into multiple specialized entities. Like here we are dividing that single entity into specific specialized entities. Like when we consider this employee, we do have employee as a manager is also an employee of a company, developer is also an employee of a company, and tester is also an employee of company, right? When we consider a generalized statement called employee, we need to look after this subclasses like manager, tester, and also this developer. Next, it distributes common entities based upon their characteristics. Like every employee has individual characteristics like name, employee ID and salary, right? But every employee does not perform the same work. Some employees are managers, some are developers, some are testers. So we divide employees into different entities based upon their roles, and it follows top-down approach. Let me show you that approach. It also creates a specific entities based upon a single general entity, and it also creates some subclasses. I'll show you using this example. Here employee is a general class and it is divided further into manager, developer and tester. These are the subcategories, like specific things, right? You can see a manager is an employee, employee is a manager, employee is a developer, employee is a tester, and we do have some specific attributes related to that, and it is a top-down approach. It is moving like this, employee, and there's details in that. Like whenever one higher level entity is divided into multiple lower level entities, this process is called as a specialization. Next, aggregation. In a general relationship, there will be only two entities connected in between, right? Only the action performed in between two entities, we will consider it as a relationship. In such cases, there need to be another entity added into that specific relationship, so that aggregation is used. Like aggregation is a process of treating a relationship as a higher level entity. Here higher level entity need to be treated like two entities are connected using a specific relationship, but when it needs to be connected using another relationship, this aggregation is used. Here entity 1, entity 2 and another entity need to be connected into that specific relationship. So this is actually used. Let me show it using an example. Like I've said, right, it is used when another entity needs to participate in an existing relationship. So several relationships are created inside a single relationship. Here employee works on a project. It is a one entity and connected using a single relationship. This is called as a relationship, specific relationship meant by, right? When manager wants to supervise those project what the employee is working on, so that he is related to that project, like manager is managed by that work. Here manager is not connected to the employee and manager is also not connected, not specifically connected to this project. He is just supervising what the employee is doing on that related project, right? This is what meant by this aggregation. Aggregation is generally used when another entity is willing to participate into that specific relationship to create more understandability to that specific relationship. We use that. Simply we can say that generalization means combining entities, specialization means dividing those entities into multiple entities, and aggregation means by treating relationships like entity whenever another entity is willing to participate into that specific relationship. Yeah, that's all about extended ER futures or enhanced ER futures. Hope you like this video. Until then, don't forget to hit that bell icon and subscribe to my channel so that you'll get more informative videos like this. If you found this video really helpful, please like and share. Meet you in another video. Bye bye.